So when you go, like I said, set Google as your Chrome as your default browser. Then you're going to see these little shortcuts up here, which is your Gmail. If you only have one Gmail, it's going to have that one Gmail when you click it. I have my main Gmail set up, so it automatically defaults to that one. And then my business one, I just click on it to go to that one. So there's several different ways it will work out. But your images, you can also click images here and it pulls up Google Images, only images. So it's literally a shortcut. Then you have these 9 dots right here. And this is what's important. These are all your Google apps that you have access to. Okay. You have search, play, YouTube, which is owned by Google. Y'all didn't know that. The Google Play Store, your Gmail, everything, Google Chats. But what you need to concentrate on right here is your Google Drive and your calendar. So everybody needs to have Google Calendar, and it needs to be set up with an email that we have on file. Do not go in and create another email, okay? The best thing to do is set up your email with the one that you signed up with Trello, because that's the one that we have access to. And usually that's the one that you signed up with your PBS with. Okay. So when you pull up your calendar, it's going to look like this. Well, not like this. This has all my stuff in there.
How do we find out which calendar we signed up with?
Well, if you have to search to decide, just pull out one of your emails that you use all the time, and that's what you sign up with. And it's always going to be connected to whatever email you're in. So when you go to your Google Calendar, you see right here, it shows me what email account I'm using.
Right.
So if that's the calendar you want to use, then that's the one you use. But if you want to go back out, so let's go back out to here. And I'm going to my Gmail. And I pull up my Gmail, and it's going to default to my main Gmail account, which is the one I've set up.
Right.
If I come over here to my picture, it's going to list all my emails that I have. Oh. So then I click that one. Okay. And then from there, it's going to open up a different email. And then from there, I can go and do my 9 and then select the calendar from there. And then that calendar is going to literally be the one for this email. So you have to determine which email you're going to use. And then once you get that email, you're going to go up to those 9 dots and then select the calendar. And then that's the calendar that you will be using, that we will have access to, that you will have access to put all your appointments on.
Got it.
Okay.
And how do I see other people's calendars?
The only people you need to see is the one you're setting for, which will be me.
Okay, so mine don't show up.
No, I will be able to see yours. So you will, there at the bottom, there's an invite, and you're going to invite me to your calendar, or I'll invite you to mine, is basically what I'm going to do. So what I will do is anybody that wants to set that's on my team, Char's team or Jen's team, you put it in Skype. Hey, I got somebody that I need, I'm setting. When are you available? Then we will give you access to our calendars. Okay. I don't want to have 250 people have access to my calendar if you're not working the leads. That defeats the purpose, and it's just tying up space. Okay. So if you are an instructor in training, which you're on the IIT Skype chat, then you're definitely going to have access to the calendar. But if you are a student that's working the marketing leads and you get a hit and somebody that says, yes, I'm interested, then you post it in the Skype chat, and then we will give you access to the calendar, whichever one of us is available at that time. We'll say, hey, I'm sending you a link. We'll get your email. I always say, send me your email, and then I will send you a link to my calendar. Okay. And then once you see that calendar, then you will be able to see what dates and times that we have available. And then you're going to get with that person and say, hey, I have my instructor is available at such and such and time. So like right now, 12 to 1 is full. So right now from 3 to 4, 5 o'clock every day, but Thursday I have available. Okay, whoever that Pixel is, let me get you muted. You got a lot of background noise. There we go. Perfect. So, and this is going to change a little bit because school's getting ready to start. So we all know what that means. So a lot of people's going to have their times change because usually when school starts, people go into work early. They get off a little early because the kids are, you know, in school. They got to get them to daycare. They got to pick them up from car rider lines, pick them up from school, be at the bus stop. So that means our calls are going to fluctuate. We might get calls later in the evening. We might get appointments set later in the evening or more mid-afternoon. Mine will change too. My calendar changed. School starts for us next week. So, but when you have access to that calendar, you'll be able to go in there and look and see who has a time available. And then you will tell that potential student, I have these times available. Okay. And then when you get those times available, then let them choose. And then you're going to go in because you'll have edit rights to our calendar. And you will go in and add that person's name and phone number to that allocated time. And then we will get an email saying our calendar was changed. So we'll know that, hey, we got somebody we got to call and at what time. I always like to get another text message or a message on Skype, say, hey, I set an appointment for you at such and such a time. Because I might not be at a place where I can get to my email right then. So if you send us a message on Skype saying, hey, Shar, I set an appointment for you at this time, you were free, or Sheila or Jen, then that way we can go in and just update it, make sure that nothing's changed and get that done, get ourselves prepared, okay? I will be adding my group and a couple of Jen's group. I will be adding V-leads in the next couple of days to your folders. Some of you said you have really old names in there, or you can't find the names that I've put in there recently. So I will be getting new leads from Niall. I'll probably go in there tonight and grab a few folders if he has them in there, and I will be adding those. If you got old leads and you have not worked them, I'm kind of leery to give you new ones. But if you've worked the old ones, then yes, you'll get new ones. And I can go in there and see. If I created the folder for you, I can go in there and see the last time you worked those leads. So that's the thing about it, is if you got old leads and you never worked them, I'm kind of leery to give you new ones, because are you going to work the new ones, or are you still going to just let them sit? Because Roy pays a lot for those leads. But I will give everybody some. I'll start everybody off with 1,000. Those of you that are working them a lot every day, I'll give you more. Those of you that are instructors, I will create your own folder. Like Kathy Cox, I created her own folder for her to give to her own team. So you'll be responsible for divvying them out to your team, okay? And those people, guys, you need to be on that 1 o'clock training. Not this week, Roy's not going to have it this week, but still be on that training, because he's going to show you how he does a PBS from beginning to end and how he starts to market it, and he'll get Google AdSense within a week, okay, or 2. So you need to be on there. So there's that.
Sheila, could I ask a favor? Sure. Could you put me on the calendar next week for 2 o'clock on Wednesday, so that you and I can go through on how to put all of my positive responses on a Trello card?
We're getting ready to go over Trello. That was that's on my to-do list, how to do Trello.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, so I'm gonna stop my share. So we are gonna go over Trello. So I wanna make sure everybody is comfortable with what we said so far, what was said so far, as far as getting your calendars together. When you get a positive yes that they need to speak with someone, or they're interested in our program, or what we have to say based on the messages you sent out. If you are not 100% comfortable talking with them, then that's where you go and say, hey, I need a presenter. And we will give you access to our calendar so you can see who's available at what times. Okay. Makes sense? If you are 100% talking to that person from beginning to end, go for it. I promise you, they don't know if you messed up, only you do. And if you speak it right, don't do too many hesitations. Just, it's practice, guys. They don't know you from Adam. They don't know what you have to say. So they don't know if you messed up or not. Okay. So just keep going. On the next one, just do better. Make a comment on where you stuttered or where you forgot what you had to say. Then usually that means you're still saying somebody else's words in their tone. You need to fix it to where it flows easy for you. Okay. I promise you, if that script sounds more like you won't forget it. If you're still reading it off that paper verbatim, yeah, you're going to stumble. That's why I say you get that script, you read it, you reread it, and then you go and say, okay, this is how I would write it. And make sure you keep the meaning behind the script. And then when you're talking to somebody, it sounds natural. It feels natural. So you can talk. It doesn't feel forced. Okay. So now we're going to go to Trello. All right, let me get that pulled up.
Those of you that I've given Trello boards to, or if anybody has Trello boards, you can follow along with Sheila as she explains it. Maybe if you have questions, just do as she goes. Just thought.
Exactly.
I was just trying to find my site. I know you, Sheila, and I worked on.
Yep. So you're gonna what did I do? Did I mute everybody? I'm sorry if I muted everybody. I didn't mean to. You can, yeah. Yeah, y'all can talk if you need to. So this is my Trello board. Your board will not look like mine. Your board won't look like Char's. There are things that we do because we're MSIs that we have access to just about everything. Some of us have access to everything. So, but there's way to navigate Trello. So when you log into Trello, you're going to have an invite board or you're going to have boards. The one thing I want to make sure you do not do is be in a board and create a Trello board, because then it's going to show up under whatever board you're in. So if you have access to a one-on-one board and you're on a one-on-one board, so I'm gonna go here to my 8 to 18 board. Okay, some of you have access to this because you put cards in here. Don't come in here or be in here and then go in and create a workspace or go in and create a board, because it's going to show up under that 8 to 18 board column. Okay, you want to make sure that you are under a clean board. You want to make sure that you are under where it says create, and you are not in a board. You're not in anything. You are on a clean plate. So if you go to home, make sure you are on home, number one, and then go to create. Okay, when you click create, you're going to create a board. And then when you, and most of you don't need to create a board, but if you are on doing your own V-leads, then yes, you can create a board for your V-leads. But most of us MSIs have created boards for those of you that we have given V-leads to. You are on our board. But if you're not, if you, most of mine are just my instructors. I tell all of my students that are actively working V-leads, go in and create a board for yourself under your login, okay? And you're gonna name it V-leads, okay? Board titles, V-leads. I'm not gonna do it because I got too many boards in there. And then once you get the board created, it's gonna open it up, okay? And you're gonna have a blank board. All right, so when you open it up, no. I want to see that. So when you open it up, you're gonna have your name, however you named your board. You're going to have this, but this is all going to be blank. And you're going to have this lovely little title down here. Right here where it says add a list. This one says add another list, but yours, since it's a clean board, is going to say add a list. And you're going to actually name it V-Leads Positive Response, V-Leads or Negative Response, Need to Set Up, and then Not Interested.
Could you repeat that, please?
Yep. So you're going to have positive response. You're going to have negative or stop. You're going to have need presenter. You're going to have follow up. And not interested. Okay. Now, when you create these boards, make sure you put your MSI on there. At least me, Jen, and Char needs to have access to that board, especially if we are going to be presenting. Because then that way we have access to your card that you created so we can put notes on there for you. Okay.
Lori said Linda Horn needs to go on them all too.
Yep, Linda Horn too.
On every card?
Your board.
Oh, I mean on the board. Okay.
Yep, on your board. So when you do that, you're going to go up there where it says invite or share, and you're going to invite and just pull up their name, start typing their name. And if you have access to any board with their name on there, then we'll show up. If not, give us your name, who you're trying to find, and we'll get their email so you can give them an invite to that board. Okay. Now, when you are creating cards, it's very simple. Let me go down here. I'll come right here. All right. So we're going to go to this board. I got a lot of people that I need to call back. I can't get in touch with. So at the bottom, we get rid of this.
Don't show up.
What don't show up?
When I go to, I click on share and try to put a name in there.
Yep, that's why I said if the name doesn't show up, let us know and we'll give you our emails. And you'll just have to send us an email for an invite.
Okay, the only one I have on there is you.
Okay, and you should, and that's why I said I still got to figure out what email you used for your Trello, because she's sending you invites and you're not getting them to those boards.
Right. The invites are there, but they're not
showing up for whatever reason.
Right.
Yeah. So and I got to get with that. I got to figure that out. Okay. We'll figure that out. So when you come down to the end of, so you're going to have a brand new column. Okay. Those columns that I created for you or that I told you to do. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write in here, positive V-Lead response. And I'm going to put add list. And you can do it in all caps. It doesn't really matter. Negative, you're going to do that all the way across. You're going to create your board, okay? Or your columns. Then right here, it says add a card. You're going to click add a card. And I'm just going to go here and pull up my personal V-Leads. All right, so this is an old one, but it's all right. I can still use it. Come on, move. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to come here and you're going to copy the whole line. All right. Then you're going to come back. Oh, I did that. I did do that, didn't I? There you go. I meant to open it up in a new tab, but I didn't. So once my Trello board comes back up, I'm going to go down to that list I created. And Trello, depending on what time of day you get on it, can be really slow. So right here, I'm going to click Create a Card. And I'm going to paste that information I had in there and hit Enter. And then I'm going to come back here and click on it, and it's going to open it up. And there's their name and information. So I'm going to copy this, come back under here under Description, and paste it. Then I'm going to come back here and get rid of this. And I'm going to put that this is a V-lead. All right. And then I'm going to come back here to Description, and I'm going to pretty this up. So I'm going to have their name, phone number, email, and address, their full address, city, street, and then state, zip code, and then save. Now, to make sure we don't lose it, we're going to copy it and paste it again, because sometimes you'll come in here and you will inadvertently delete this information. And then you're like, oh God, I can't find it. There's a way to do it, but if you've clicked off the page or gone to another page, you can't go back and retrieve it, okay? So just copy it again so that you have it in case for whatever reason you lose it, all righty? Then this is where you're gonna make your comments. So if you're setting for somebody, you're gonna come in here and say, set appointment with Sheila for 2:30 Monday for VRT on V-lead, period, okay? And then you're gonna put who you are for, and Joe, I'm just gonna use you.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And then you're gonna hit save. All right, so that lets us know that we have it. And then if we are on your email, even better is you're going to come here and do @ and then start typing my name, and then I pop up. So then I get an automatic email saying, hey, you got a Trello notification. Okay.
Just like you did for Anita.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then the other thing that you're going to do is see over here where it says dates. You're going to click on this date, and you're actually going to set the appointment time. So it'll be Monday. So you're going to click on the 22nd. Come on, click. And then here it is, date 22nd. Well, what time? It's not going to be at 7:45. It's going to be at 2:30. And just remember, all of my time zone is Eastern. So if you're setting for me, make sure you let them know it's going to be Eastern time. Okay. So if you tell them that you're going to set them up at 2:30 and they think it's 2:30 Central and they are in California specific time, that means it's 5:30 my time. If it's on a Wednesday or Thursday, that's a no-no, because I got baseball practice for my grandson and that'll be on my calendar. So make sure that when you tell people that when you set a time for me, that it is Eastern time, that they will have to calculate that time zone. Okay. If you're setting for me and you put in there that it's 2:30, then you better make sure you adjust my time zone for theirs. So if they say, oh, it is to be 2:30, or 5 o'clock Pacific time, then you need to look and see if I have an availability at 8 o'clock that night, because that's going to be my time zone. Okay. So just remember that whenever you set for somebody as a presenter, as we being the presenter, you're the setter and you're setting for us to present for you, make sure those time zones correlate. If you have to do the math for them, then do the math for them. Okay, don't just assume that they know it's Eastern time when they're on a different time zone. Okay, and then right here, you can actually set it. I always like to know at least 4 days in, not 4 days, 4 hours in advance. Some people like to have a day before. Again, it just depends. Just leave it as a day advance, we will get a notification in Trello or email that we have an appointment coming up. Okay. And then you're going to click save. Okay. So then it says an appointment due soon. So I will get an email in the next few minutes that this appointment's coming up because it's past the 2:30 mark, 24 hours. So I'll get an email that I got one coming up. And then I'll get an email periodically throughout the day to remind me I got an appointment at 2:30 tomorrow. Okay, so I might get one first thing in the morning when I get up. I'm going to have a notification that I have an appointment on Trello. So that's how you do a Trello card. It's very simple, very easy. You're just going to copy literally from your sheet that you have on your V-leads that I sent you guys. You're literally just going to copy that whole row, put it on the Trello card, double copy it again under description, clean it up a little bit, go up to the top, remove everything except for their first and last name, and then put beside it V-lead. The other thing that's very important that you need to know is if they have it in all caps, then if they sign up, it will not they can't find all caps. They will create another card and then they will give it out to somebody, Roy or what's his name? Shoot, Matt. When they create a PBS, if they can't find that card, they will reassign it to somebody because they can't find the card and they will just automatically assume that they signed up from one of Roy's sites. So you have to make sure that you fix their name. It has to be first name capitalized, first letter of the first name capitalized, rest of it smaller case. First letter and the last name capitalized, the rest of the letters in smaller case, just like you do in standard English. Okay. It can't be in all caps. It will not read it. It will not find it on a search when Matt goes to the sign PBS if they sign up. Okay. So make sure if you get one that signs up in Trello and you come across and you put this information in here and they have all caps, their name in all caps, you have to change it. You have to change it here too. Okay. Because this is what Matt keys in when he goes into search. He searches everywhere that he has access to. So when you get one and we are presenting, as soon as they sign up for PBS, I'm either going to add Matt to your board or I'm moving him to my MSI board, which is more what I'm going to do is move your card to my MSI board and create a column for you. Okay. Then that way you have access to my MSI board. Matt only has to go to that one location and he will assign that PBS there. Okay. My name will join the card, but it will get moved once we sign him up. It'll get moved somewhere else. But anyway, once that PBS gets assigned, it will be moved to my board or Char's board or Jen's board so that that's where you will start creating. And then once you become an instructor in training and become a CSI or GSI, then we will create a board for you and add Matt and Rory and Tanya and Lyndon, everybody that needs to be added so that we can help you maintain and cooperate with your new student. Okay.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up. I made the remarketing boards for all my students that are setting. Mm-hmm. I didn't give them a choice. All active students got it. So what I did is I put them, there was that workspace that from when we had those old right and left teams. So I created cards there on that workspace. I added everybody that needs to be there on that workspace. So nobody needs to add that to their invite. It's already there.
Yep.
But just to be clear, this is for V-marketing only. This is not your board. You will be given your own board once you go up the ladder with your CSI, GSI, or MSI, or PSI.
Exactly.
I didn't get a board till I was MSI, so I was on Sheila's board for a long time. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yep. Ms. Shore, I have a question, please. Okay, you gave me a board, but it didn't have all the people on it that I was supposed to contact and everything. Which board am I supposed to be making notes on?
You can move the ones that you were working on my board over. I'll help you with that later. I thought I moved them already.
Okay, so I need to work on the one that you made me.
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, now Sheila, I have another question about all my B leads.
Okay.
I've done over 700 of them already. And there are a lot of them that either didn't have a phone number, tons of them with no email addresses. So when I would send the text messages out, if there was a phone number provided, I could send a text message. I put on my notes, I sent 3 text messages. If there was no email, I put no email provided. If I called them, I said call them on, say, August 5th, 2022 at hypothetically 9:08 a.m.
Yeah.
And if I got a voicemail, I put BM for voicemail or no voicemail set up. Is that proper?
Yeah, but that's not what you're going to put on your Trello card. That's what you put on your notes on that sheet that you have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you move to Trello, the only thing that goes on your Trello is positive leads.
Well,
Somebody
right.
that says yes.
Okay, so if there's a positive card, a negative card, a stop card,
you don't even have to do, you can, the ones that say stop is from the positive ones, the ones that we talk with, and then they's like, oh no, I'm not interested in that anymore. Then we move those to the stop negative.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Okay. So the ones that you actually call, text, or email, and they tell you flat out from the beginning, stop, no, I don't want anything. Don't put those on a Trello card. Those go into nowhere. Okay.
Okay.
Just keep moving.
Because that can become a legal issue. If they tell you to stop, halt, nothing, you do that. If they come back and say, I'm not interested at this time, then that's where you put them in your not interested board and then sign them up on your grapevine.
Sheila.
That's another whole training, please.
Yes. Yes, Pat.
When Rory was doing that on Saturday, he was working with that guy, reminded me of my student Jim. But when he got that one response, it's the girl said, leave me alone. Rory said, put it in the Trello card.
Thank you.
But see, was he doing V marketing or was he doing SD leads?
He was, but I'll tell you why.
Marketing.
I'll tell you why he said that. He said that because the leads that I funneled in agreed to get responses. So he has it out there. But my opinion, I don't put stops in.
Yeah, if it says
I just keep moving. Just leave him alone. It's not worth it.
Leave him alone. It's not worth the legal issue that you'll come across.
Saying that's what Rory's told. Told him to put it in the Trello when the girl said, "Leave me alone." So,
yeah, no, we're not going to do. Yeah, just. And I don't know what state of mind. I don't know what happened prior to. If they have permission to call first, and then she said that I've had that happen too, where there's like, yes, I'm interested. And then I don't hear from them and I call them back and there's like, please leave me alone. I've changed my mind. So by then I've already created a Trello card because they told me they were interested. So when that happens and you call them and there's like, no, I've changed my mind. That's when you put them in the stop, do not call, not interested. But if from the beginning, and I'll get with Rory to see if he changes this at all, but from right now, based on the training that we've been taught and that we've been doing, if they say stop, no, quit, whatever, from the beginning, you do not put them in Trello. It becomes a legal issue. You can get sued, not Triple R, but you.
We have too many leads to work with. It's not worth it.
Yes, it's not worth it. Just, yeah. But if they say, yes, I'm interested, then yeah, create a Trello cards, do the setters, say, hey, I got somebody coming up. This is and let us know that you've set our time for us to present with them. Make sure you have that Trello information on there so that we can go and familiarize ourselves with what you said to them, what you sent to them, and what was said, so that we're not going in cold turkey. Okay.
Okay, now I have one more question. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, you're fine.
When we are doing a BRT, and we get through it and they say they're interested,
Okay.
Okay. And then it comes time to presenting it. Now you did the presenting for me with Anita. Correct. Okay. What if you got that bar and all of a sudden they decide at the very last minute, well, okay, I've already paid for it, but I don't want it. What do you do then?
It happens.
It happens. That's where you go. If you've gotten all the way through the BRT job, and that's why I said you could have signed Anita up for yourself because you had already done everything. Everything was already there. So if you
there's somebody right now that I have that I did a BRT with Friday. Sorry. Okay, and they're very, 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 very interested. They called me twice. I called them once and they called me back twice. Okay. And they were ready to pay for it and everything else. And they went through the procedure and all of a sudden they said, wait a minute. No, I'm backing out of this. This isn't something I want to do. Okay. So I've already gone. I'm very good at doing, I pat myself in the back here. I'm very good at, my mirror is sick of looking at me. When it comes to the BRT and the flow, I'm very good at what I do. Okay. However, what if they call back later and say, well, such and such a person, I did this, we said that, we said this, and I have all the documentation on the card of exactly what they've said so that, there's no issues later and they back out. What do you put on that card at the end?
Exactly what you just said. Then it did a full BRT. They were interested. Something got them squirrely. They decided not to do it, but I will follow up on them.
Now, when you say follow up, what do you mean?
Follow up on them. That means about once a week, you send them an email. We're still here. Invite them to a training call. We're having a training call. You're more than welcome to sit in and listen on it to see what we're doing.
But it's only when you get the stop is when you shut up and you leave it alone.
When they say stop, quit hassling me, leave me alone, cuss you out, whatever, then you don't even reply to, I'm sorry, I won't, nothing. You just cold turkey.
Okay.
But the fact that he said, I'm backing out of this, he didn't tell you to not contact him.
No, he did not.
He's still interested. Something spooked him.
The price.
Exactly. So if he's interested, that's where you can say, hold up, let me get with my upline and see if we can't get you a better deal. And that's where you come to your upline. We have ways that we can go in and call them and say, hey, you got through our process with Joe. What spooked you? It's still the same.
He told me he didn't have $100. All he had was $50. Well, I didn't know now until you just said something. My error, me bad, that, okay, so if it ever arises again, now what if he calls me back, say, hypothetically next Thursday, and says...
But see, I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
Don't wait for him to call you back.
Call him back.
You text him or call him back and say, hey, I got another option for you. And don't say if you're still interested. I have an option for you to get you started. When can I call you?
Do I put him in contact with you, being I can't reach Jen?
Yes. But you can call him. I can give you all the information.
Okay.
You can
awesome.
if you've gotten that far with him and he just did not want to sign up because of the price, I'll send you the link on how you can get him signed up and exactly where to put him.
Thank you very much.
And you call or text him back and say, hey, I talked with my upline. I know you really want to do this, and I think we have a solution for you. When can I call you back?
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Okay, you put a smile on my face. Thank you very much.
There you go. Perfect. Okay. All right. Any other questions on that before we go into the EMF page? I put my link in there, so check the chat down below on Zoom. Char's got her link in there. I'm gonna get Jen's link. She's actually, her computer's gone wonky. So she can't get on her computer. But as soon as she gets it up and ready, I'll get her link for her information. And we'll put all of them back in Skype again. So everybody will have that. So I'm going to pull up my Cash Network Direct link information. So give me a second here. And I'm going to show you guys how it works. It's real simple. There's not a lot to do. So you have your dashboard. I haven't had any clicks. I've had this many so far. No money this month yet. So, but if you come down to the bottom, you can come in and actually type in your offer. You see right here where it says select. Here's all the different ones you have access to, or you can go over here to where it says offers. Okay. And this is all the offers that you have access to. Okay. We have Curse Cosmetics. Okay, Curse Cosmetics is our cosmetic line. For those of you who don't know, the lady that runs this actually has a vlog on, is it Netflix or YouTube? I can't remember which one it's on. Where she actually is a ghost hunter, okay? And she created a line of cosmetics based on what she does. And what's coming up in October? Halloween. We need to be promoting her products now, okay? So if I come here and just click on this, you'll be able to go and see her line. I mean, it comes in coffins. It has vampires, got different makeups, stuff. And yes, she does have a 20% coupon right now going on. She has her different palettes. I mean, everything is geared towards Halloween-y stuff, but her makeup's really good, guys. I use the eyeliner and the lip balm right here. I don't use the powders and stuff. I just don't have time for that. I'm good if I get eyeliner and lipstick when I do decide to put it. And it's not really a lipstick so much as it's a lip tint, which I like even better because then it doesn't come off as bad as a lipstick. But it has all this different stuff in here. And you can go in and click each one. You can go in and do the shop. You can go in and see, they have the liners. They have the bundles you can get. You know, this is something new, I guess. I haven't seen that one yet. They even have glitter, you know, skincare. This is something new. I don't remember the skincare. Eyelashes, if you need eyelashes, the lip potions. I love these. And then they have merchandise you can get, eyeliner, pencils, all kind of things that you can get and promote. And they will actually send you, like right now, you get 20% off. So when you come back here, you can come up here where it says coupon codes. So if she has one, it'll be here for you to get for the coupon code, or you can go to her site and see where it's got 20% off. Okay. Go here and get your tracking link, and your tracking link will be all the way down at the bottom right here. Now, source ID. Say like you want it to be like, okay, I need this to be on my Halloween page. Okay, so you can put Halloween so that we know that you can track where your sales are coming from. I don't particularly care. It don't matter to me if I get a sale, perfect. If I don't get a sale, then I just need to change my page or put more ads out. But that's one thing you can do. And then this will change down here at the bottom. And where this space is, it will say Halloween. So then that way you know, hey, that went with my Halloween page. Or if you do cosmetics, you can put cosmetics and it goes to your cosmetics page. So, and you can do it all the way down and create different ones. So you can come here and do cosmetics and then it'll have cosmetics at the end of it. To me, that's a lot of stuff to keep up with. I just like it very basic, okay? Same thing, so you can go through here, Katie Lux, that's our women's wear. Bass Turtle, for those sportsmen out there, it's an artificial lure. Great, the QB54, another great toy for kids. It's great for athletic associations. It's great for sporting events. You can actually market it to classrooms as an educational toy or as an indoor sport. You can give it away, give it for Christmas gifts, birthday gifts. You know, it's really a fun game. We play it all the time. Then you have your Wo-Wo, which is your body scrubber. It's great. It's good. The body scrub. Joyful Bee, I need to get me some more. It actually brings out the natural curl in your hair. For those of you that don't have curl, there's products in there, and it's all natural, guys. There's no chemicals or anything like that in it. It's all natural. It actually enhances your hair and makes it healthier. So if you have no curl, there's product in there that actually give you a little bit of wave to your hair. So it's good. Klitsch, it's a product for shoes. Where's my link?
One of those.
Yeah. So the Klitsch is actually a shoe holder. You know, it's instead of like my grandson stuffs his cleats in this bag and they're all muddy and full of dirt and they stink or whatever. So this one, you actually put the shoes together and clip them to the outside of the bag. So it doesn't hinder or mess up the stuff that's inside it. You can do it for gym bags. You can do it. Actually, it's not just for shoes. You can do it for anything that you need to snap together. It's just a really great thing to have. Great way to market it through athletes. You know, again, you can do this through schools, sports program, athletic associations, things like that. Let it be part of their equipment that they give out to their schools. Redneck lipstick. Say that 3 times fast. It's barbecue, but it's not just barbecue, guys. It's a whole line of spices that you can get. So I'm just going to go down here and click on this link. And it's literally all kind of spices for barbecuing. It's good. Yes, they do sell it in certain stores, but you can only get the original. It doesn't come with all the other stuff. You can't get the bundles. And it doesn't sell in all stores. It's only in certain stores. But I mean, it's got all different things in here. Here's the guy talks about it. You can actually click this video and put it on your site. They have memorabilia, stuff that you can buy. They got a cookbook. They got the red lipstick hat. You can get a coffee mug, you know, but they have all kind of stuff in here that you can.
The recipes are awesome.
Yep. They're simple, guys, easy, and they have rubs now. You can just get a rub. You can get the actual barbecue sauce. They have garlic sauce. I mean, all kind of stuff that you can get in here.
Do we go to somebody else's site to purchase that?
No, you purchase straight from your own.
Okay.
Do we have to get an account to do it?
No. Yeah, this will be your on your Cash Network Direct.
I opened up the one like cursed. I opened it up into the website.
You can buy from yourself, yet you make commissions on that as well.
Yeah, you buy from yourself.
Oh.
Okay, so it's asking me to sign up. Do I not need to sign up?
Yeah, sign.
Oh, you mean put your email in? You mean? And
the only thing I signed up for was the newsletter.
Well, when you make a purchase, of course, they're going to ask you that information.
Yeah, if you make a purchase and stuff, but I don't remember signing up for like a club membership or anything like that.
If you put your email address in, they send you a 20% off your first order. Some of them do.
Yes.
So that's the only thing. Then usually that's for the newsletter.
Yep.
If you just go in to purchase, there's no club or anything to sign up for. You just go in and do your purchase.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Then you have your All Things Taco, which is t-shirts, taco hats, anything with Taco Tuesdays. That's what that's for. The Eat Emily cookies. I'm telling you, they are great cookies. My grandkids are very picky about cookies. They are good. They're ugly looking cookies. They're thick and
I can only eat one. It fills me right up.
It does. You eat 2 of these, guys, you won't want to eat. It fills you up. I eat 1 of them and I'm about full. So and if you dunk it in some milk, that's even better. But they're moist, they're not brittle and hard. They're almost like the grandma cookies. They're soft, chewy. They can't call them vegan or vegetarian because the only thing that they put in it that's dairy is egg, because they said they couldn't get it to make properly without adding the egg. So that's the only dairy in it is the egg. Everything else is either almond or soy. Okay.
Hey Sheila, I bake ugly cookies myself.
I know, me too.
I love it.
And they're
I love it.
delicious.
Every state you could think of, huh?
You know, but those are some great cookies, and they're not really inexpensive when you look at how big they are. I mean, the cookies is what, Char, about 3 inches in diameter?
If that.
Yeah,
about three. About three.
It's a big cookie, and you get 2 of them in a pack. Individual packs. There's 2 in individual pack, and I think there's what, 6? 4. Can't remember.
4.
I always take mine out
4.
and put them in. I got a big sleigh that I keep on the table, and I just get them and
4.
dump them in there. And the kids come in, and that's what they grab. You know, Mama, can I get a cookie? You know, and when I have them, I don't have the Oreos or the chocolate chips or anything else in the house. I have those, and they get a half of one, and they're good. They're not going to sit around eating 4 or 5 cookies, you know, because they want a snack. They eat a half of one of those. Eli gets one and Evie gets one. They'll get a glass of milk or some juice or whatever, and I don't hear from them until dinner time. So,
well, I know you can't promote it. I've already been told I cannot promote this, but eating those cookies has brought my cholesterol and my sugar count, because I'm a diabetic, and and those are the best.
Did you read about how this guy started this company? He had a problem. That's why he researched it.
Yes.
So he became a nutritionist, and he uses apple juice for sweetener. I mean, they're really good cookies.
Yeah, really good. And Joe, you can write about that aspect of it in your own page, how it affected you. And you can put a precursor in there saying, I'm not giving medical advice, but this is how this cookie affected my life.
Oh, so that's what Rory meant by putting that. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, then I'm going to go back and change it.
Yeah. So you can go in and you can't give medical advice, guys, and say, hey, if you do this, this is going to happen with you. Or, you know, this happened to me, it'll happen to you. You can't specifically say that, but you can tell your story and just put that little footnote in there or put it at the beginning. This is based on my story and my story alone, and then write your page. Okay. Or
another nice thing about this is you can subscribe and send your grandbabies cookies every month. This is a really, really super good company.
How do you do that?
Right on the website.
Yeah, right on the website. You can have where they can ship every month. And they'll get a different cookie every month. Or you can say, I want to send a bundle every month.
See that.
Yep.
Thank you, Char.
They make great gifts. If you know, like the shop that I used to work for, the guys, they work really hard, the mechanics and techs back there. And sometimes if they're really, really busy, a lot of times they don't get to take a full lunch or break. So I actually got a bunch of these and made a basket and went and dropped it off to them, you know, and it had those cookies in it. And I put like some peanuts and some stuff like that and just made a gift basket. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, if you want a way to market, buy a few of those boxes, make a gift basket, take it to your local doctor's office or take it to your hospital and take it to the nurse's station.
Don't forget to put your QR code on there.
Put your QR code in there, drop a couple of cards in there, and have the link to your website page about the cookie so they can read about the cookie. And Joe, you especially, if that, and anybody else that had that's tried the cookie and had a medical turnaround, even with the brain products, guys, and the Velveeta products, if you've had significant improvement by taking that stuff, to, you know, any kind of change, then you go in there and you write your story about it. And then when you go to market it, you make sure they come to your page on your QR code so they can see, well, how did it affect you?
See, I didn't even write that on my Velveeta and anything, even though it did make a change.
Yes,
because I thought you didn't.
That's what I said. Right, even when you're doing your social media, guys, social media does not have a word count. I see people write very short social media stuff. You don't really tell anything. Facebook likes to see your story. If you're posting it to your stories, then write a story. Tell them, hey, I've been taking this stuff for X amount of time, and I was feeling like this, or I had this going on, and now I'm seeing this significant change. All because I'm doing this on a daily basis. How many I'm doing. Tell your story. It stays out there for 24 hours, and then it's archived, but people can read it. And then if you've made a video of you doing a snap, either on TikTok or went to YouTube or wherever you put it, you can go do a 15-second reel showing you, hey, this is me doing my snap, and read my story and tell them you got a story and post it on your, send them to your website about how your snap changed your life, or changed your medical outlook, something like that.
Now you
Sheila,
can
you show them back at Emily to go to how to go to the website? It's a good way to do your research on your product. Sable asked if she could see the website. Yep. But you all have this. You can all go see these sites and what they actually look like. It has your link in there. So what you do is you copy it and paste it in your browser like she's doing.
Yep. And just sit here and go. And it opens it in a new tab. So here's Emily. And literally cookies without consequences. It's great. The Emily Live, 15% off the order. You can subscribe, and get that. I'm already there, so I get updates. You can log in once you subscribe. It's free to subscribe, guys. Here's all the benefits. 12 grams of healthy fats. They say it's vegan. It does have an egg in it, so I don't know how they're getting away with vegan. But anyway, 7 grams of probiotic, which is great. My grandson has to take liquid probiotics because he has some digestive issues, and I'm really seriously thinking about giving him some of these crackers cookies when he comes over. It's gluten-free, and it has 5 grams of plant protein in it. Okay, so again, it's got protein, and it's not animal protein, it's plant protein, so your body will digest it easily. It tells you how you can take it. Breakfast, I'm telling you, if you eat 2 of them for breakfast, you won't want anything to eat later. Take it as a treat. Only eat 1 as a treat, and then save the other one for later. Post-workouts, because of the protein that it has in there and the prebiotic fibers, those people that do workouts that has a daily exercise routine, this cookie actually has components in it that helps rebuild muscle, that helps with the elasticity in their muscle mass or their muscles. It also helps with fatigue. It also helps the muscles regain their retention or sustain their retention and help with recovery. Because what most people don't do is if you do extensive workouts, you do damage your muscles a little bit. That's why they tell you not to do the same routine every day, to give that set of muscles a chance to recuperate. Well, these cookies right here actually have products in them that help with that muscle recovery and healing. So it's a great, for those of you that have access to gyms, right? If they have a bulletin board, create a flyer of your web page that you wrote and ask them if you can put it on the bulletin board, and at the bottom of it have a QR code.
Now, the gym that I go to, at the front desk, they have where you can put your business card. So you can put your business card with the QR code there as well.
Yep. So, I mean, everywhere, just any place that you have access that you potentially could advertise any products that will benefit where you're going, do that. I know at the park that we go to, they actually have a bulletin board to put announcements. Our swim club that we go to, they have a bulletin board up there that you can put things up there. Guess what's on mine? I got my business card up there. I got a flyer with my Bella Vita stuff. My husband gets upset with me sometimes because I got my my Bella Vita poster shirt that I bought the last time.
Sheila's always marketing, always marketing. You got to think outside the box because this lady is
think outside the box, guys. My Bella Vita poster, it's how tall is it? 7 foot, Char? It's on a metal stand. I pull it up, and I literally went and bought a sticker, copy paper. It was a 3x5, and I printed my QR code off on it, and I posted it right on that board. And now when it rolls up and down, it pulls up, and there it talks about brain and all that, and then right below it's my little 3x5 QR code. All they gotta do is scan it.
And those of you going to Dallas for Velveeta, they have those on special.
Yes.
And that you can purchase them there. They're really cool.
Yep, they are. And you can, I got to get 2 more because I just have the brain. I got to get the youth and the plus, and I'm thinking about getting the slim. I don't know yet. I got to see if I can fly them all.
That's the next thing.
Well, I have a quick question because I have
Yes.
to get a grandbaby to bed. She starts school tomorrow.
Yep.
My question is can we go back to that, our Cash Network Direct where we were?
Uh-huh.
And I have a question.
Okay.
On the analytics on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mine has been showing. Now, is it that one or is it the reporting? Anyway, how many hits I've had with all the advertising that I've been doing and everything that's been out there. It's been showing how many hits I've had per day, per week, per month. But because I don't have Google, that means that I'm not eligible to receive. Yeah, that right there. I can't make anything off anything because I don't have Google. Correct?
Yep. So, well, no, because that's how many people are reading your website. So if they've clicked your link, that means they went to your site and read your page and clicked it. Okay. So the thing about it is you've had that many clicks at your site. You've had that many visits to your site. Yes, if you had Google AdSense, they would have clicked on an ad potentially that was on Google AdSense, and you would have got a click for that and some money for Google AdSense. So the fact that you are getting clicks lets you know that people are aware of your website and you are getting traffic to your site.
Well, I've done enough advertising to, yeah, I'm not.
So once you see conversion on this product, that means that you had a sale.
Exactly.
That's what conversion is.
But I'm not, okay, so I need to finish up my last page to turn Google over so I can get it and start seeing.
Yep. If you've got your website completely done, then we need to let me look at it and let the team here, our team, post it in there. We'll have everybody go in and look, see if they see anything that's out of the ordinary. And then you need to apply for Google AdSense, but only if your website is completely finished.
That's what you said. So I will go back and I will bust my buns, and by the middle of next week, I'll
we totally underutilize Cash Network Direct. There are so many good products here. We don't have anything junky. Everything is really good and gets a lot of hits. May I suggest the ERC program? You make really good commission off of that program.
See, I know nothing. I've tried to do research. I know nothing about it. So I couldn't.
Just go to that. Just click on that. Put it in the website like you did the Emily Cookie and read the background.
I'm telling you, if you go in and look up ERC, there are several companies out there that's promoting ERC, but none of them are doing what our company that we're promoting is doing.
Right, but I don't know how to promote it.
A lot of them are asking for upfront money, and then they will, do whatever. This one doesn't ask for upfront money unless you get paid. Okay, you get they ask for a percentage of whatever you get, and
I have a student that is making appointments with businesses. She's calling on the phone, making appointments. She goes and talks in front of the group of people, signs them up right there.
Yeah,
I mean that's just thinking outside the box. Yeah, that's getting out in the field.
And guys, what you got to remember is the commission is based on the percentage of money that they get. So if they're getting the full amount, which is $2,600 per person, and they got 100 people, then you get a percentage of that.
It's 26,000.
26,000, excuse me. Yeah.
Sorry. That's a lot.
And you get a percentage of that. So you can make $2,000 to $3,000 per one person company that you get signed up.
So this is for small businesses, 500 or under.
Right.
If they have 500 employees and they, say 250, half of them were eligible. What's 26,000 times 250? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I just never wrote a page because I never understood it.
It's a good one to advertise.
Very much so. And advertise it in LinkedIn. If you don't
LinkedIn, perfect is LinkedIn.
Yeah, perfect. Alignable is another place. MeWe's another place. Those business-oriented websites is where you want to go and market this type of stuff. And I
actually went on a local neighborhood chat because they have every Wednesday you can advertise your small business there. And I advertise there.
Awesome.
Yep. So that's why I said go and look for small business sites that you can advertise in. Go on Facebook and look for small businesses in your area, group chats that you can market with or talk with. I'm on several different ladies chats, women entrepreneurs, and we discuss all kind of stuff in there. And then like Shard said, there's certain days where they'll say, hey, post your link or post your business here. And let's help each other out. And that's the day you post. You don't go into these places and ask to join these groups and then all of a sudden you become a marketing firm. You don't do that. They will kick you out faster than they let you in. Okay. So you go in there and you interact with them. And then when they say, hey, let us know what your business is, then you go in and you post your most relevant businesses. And don't do them all back to back to back. Do them throughout the day because you have all day. Don't go in there and say, oh, I have this business, and this business. You go in there and you market professionally. But the ERC is great. The one thing you have to remember, though, is because it is a government-funded program.
The IRS.
It might take a minute before they finally approve and start.
Oh, it may take a couple minutes, Sheila. It's like months and months and months.
Yeah,
oh, really? Okay.
It might take 6 to 8 months. But I'm asking you, if it takes 6 to 8 months and you get a $30,000 check, are you going to be upset?
No.
Nope.
You'll be like, oh, I can eat something besides beans today.
Oh.
Or oodles and noodles.
I can go to all the functions.
Yeah, so there you go. But this is one of those things, guys, that you really have to watch how you're marketing it and who you're marketing it to. Like Shar says, reach the small businesses. They're going to be the ones that say, well, I already, got a government stipend for COVID. Well, the market changed. The regulations and rules changed last summer. It was eased a little bit. So now, even though they already had a relief packet that was given to them, they may qualify for an additional one. But this company will help them find if they do or don't. If they don't, they don't have to pay anything. If they do, then they just pay a percentage. But they will do all the legwork for them. They're just a few things they have to turn in for them to get the process started. Okay. I got pages, Shar's got pages. Just go in there and look up ERC on either of our sites. Roy's got pages on his. And just go and see and combine some information. Take something from Shar, something from mine, something from Roy's, add your own research in there. You got a page.
Okay. All right, awesome.
Can you cover...
I've got to go. Everybody have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Can you cover marketing your own products on your website? Sable just brought up, she has a perfume she would like to market on her website.
You can market whatever you want on your website as long as it's not a competing company with something that we are affiliated with. And you cannot market it outside of yourself. So you can't go to Shar and say, hey, I want to market this. Can you market it for me? That's how it works. So if you have a product and we already have something similar, say like you have your own wine label that you got permission to do wine. Technically, you can't market that on our site because we are a wine ambassador affiliate. that's competition. Okay. If you have a cosmetic line and it clashes with Purse Cosmetics, she has a theme. So you can come out and say, well, I got my own lipstick. Okay. Does it clash with her theme? You can have several cosmetics in there, but if she has a niche that she's promoting to, you can't promote it. Technically, it's your website, and technically you can promote anything you want to on your website, but it has to be within you and you alone. You can't market it on any of the Triple R 247 social media platforms. You can't market it to your to your downline, upline, or crossline. It has to stay strictly with you and wherever you market to. That cover it, Shar?
You can unmute if you have questions, Sable.
Yeah.
Just hit the space bar. There you go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can.
Yes, I was just listening to what you were saying, so I understand.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So yeah, there's all kind of, it is your website. Like I said, if it's not something that's been approved for Rory to market, or we don't have an affiliate site with it, then, just to be on the safe side, just keep it to your site. If you are still like me, I still use Commission Junction, CJ. And there's cosmetics in there, there's jewelry companies in there, there's travel companies in there that I still market for. There's children clothing, there's women's clothing. So clothing is clothing, but if it's the same kind of niche that one of my companies already I'm marketing for, then I won't market it. I don't want to give them too much competition. I don't want to cut myself out of a leg of income. Okay.
Yes.
So that's the only thing. So if you have something like that, we don't have technically anything that's perfumey. That might be something if you have products or samples to send to Sharon when she sees Rory. And
you may go to
but I sent Julie a bottle, her and her mom a bottle of the fragrance. Like literally almost, I'm trying to turn this TV down so it won't be so loud. Literally almost every time I put it on, if I'm out in the store or just walking, no matter where I'm at, I get stopped in my tracks. Every single time somebody is stopping me, asking me what I have on. It took me over 11 years to develop the fragrance. Just constantly playing with it and figuring out the formula and stuff like that.
Well, that might be some interest there that you could send to Sheila or myself, and then we can go to Rory.
We can go to Rory.
Yeah, I'd be happy to send you guys some bottles. I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, I have to go to the post office tomorrow and send my my doctor a bottle because she's been asking me for one.
Yeah, that'll be something that we can ask Tanya and Rory about in Dallas. Not saying that it's going to get approved or anything, because when we market it, and here's the other thing, guys, is when you do come up with something, make sure that you have your patents and all the legal issues with it, because Rory's not going to market anything that's not legally sound. And if you don't have your patent, just talking from knowledge here, if you don't have your patent and your formula gets copied, you can lose out, because then next thing you know, you're to be the one that would be the duplicate, and they would be. And
just remember, when we get a hold of something, we sell it, and people usually sell out of stock. So you probably have to have a good stock too.
Yeah.
So
just think that. So if you don't have a patent on your formula yet, make sure you get that process started.
I would definitely put it on your site. You can put it on your site.
Yeah, you can put it on your site.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I do have a trademark, but I have not gotten that far.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's more of a body oil, but it's not like a perfume. It's a body oil, like a roll-on or whatever, which is pretty popular among things that people use every day. So
yeah, I would definitely go ahead, and if you got your formula, at least get your patent submitted. It might take a while for it to actually get approved, but if you got that patent submitted, then nobody can't come in and undercut you.
Yeah.
Once we get started.
I
Marketing.
definitely look into that. I have someone that I can call to
Yeah, definitely.
help
And
me with that.
like I said, just talking from experience with some things that got misconstrued by not having a patent. You definitely want to make sure you get that patent. At least get it submitted and get it where they have at least given you a notification that it has been accepted. Because then it gets stamped, date stamped. So if somebody comes up behind you that actually gets the bottle and tries to match your formula and come in and gives a similar formula, they will pull patents for that formula. And you can patent a formula. It doesn't have to be a completed product. You can patent a formula and get that formula submitted. Then if somebody comes behind you and submits the same formula, they're going to look at the dates of submission.
Yeah.
So even though you got it trademarked, that's good. You need that patent.
Okay. Okay.
Especially if you got it the way you want it. And you can always improve on it and just submit an addendum to your patent. Your patent's already there, so it makes it flow easier. So if later on you change your formula or update it, then just submit an addendum to your patent and you'll be good. But you got to start that original formula patented.
Okay. I make sure to do that. Call the person that I worked with before. The same person that I worked with for my trademark, they do all of that. They handle it. They do all of that for me. So I just call them and get them to help me.
But yeah, that's like I said, you can go ahead and start marketing it. That'd be a great place to do your response magic code. Say, hey, if you'd like a sample, fill out the information, do your response magic. And then that way you start your lead gen of your own that you can promote your other products to.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
what are you doing, girl?
We covered a lot today, guys, and the EMF stuff. So let me get here. Got our Google Docs. My EMF page. I got a couple different ones. I wrote a couple of different ways. It's personal protection. Oh, avast, I know. So here's EMF, energy and positive flow. Just talks about how EMF works, what's some of the symptoms of exposure to high fields of EMF, the energy. And here's straight off of her site, one of the videos. I need to go in there and reformat the video. See, my Google Doc images is overshadowing it. But here's one, Night of the Witches. I don't know why this pulls up here, but here's one I wrote for my Curse Cosmetics is in here. Different things and the energy of magic. So different things in here, supernatural, body, balanced body, mind, and spirit. Here again, this is another one I wrote about. Got a different things in here. Brain fog, I actually did that. So this one I did in conjunction with my Vela Vita products and the EMF. So again, it depends on how you market and what take you're going to. So this one I was talking about, balance your whole body, mind and spirit. So guess where you start? You got to cleanse, okay? You got to detox. You got to empty yourself out. And you got to protect yourself, get yourself back into a realm of positive energy, positive force. So ended up with this EMF. Again, it just depends on, and then I don't know why that pulled up there. And this is a page I published, guys, and never got back to finishing it. It's just, but it's out there. Don't know why it's out there, but it's out there. And I'm actually getting clicks off of it, and there's nothing there but pictures. I think I did this for
Katie Lux.
Yes, and we never did it. No, yeah,
I did it.
Yeah, and I would, and that's my and I got all my headings and my images, and then I published it for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I got to go back. So I need to write myself a note. I got to actually come in here and finish this page. But it's out there, but there's several different things. Just, and Char has the same thing. Just go out there and type in EMF, body protection, whatever that's out there. And like I said, I have a list I know somewhere. I'll post that into the chat later tonight or in the morning of key phrases that you can use for this product. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them that's trending. A lot of people are looking for personal protection from harmful rays.
It's really, really hot right now.
Really, really hot.
Sheila, where do you find this link for EMF?
It's in your Cash Network Direct.
I just searched for it and it didn't show up.
Yeah, it's under I think it's under
Restore My Spectrum.
Restore My Spectrum. I always forget she's got it labeled different.
That's the name of her site.
Yeah, it's Restore My Spectrum. It's number 24, ID 24.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And guys, if you see when you go to your Cash Network Direct, they're actually categorized, so you know where to put them. Cork Spin is all things wine accessories, but now they've actually added other items in there. There's toys in there for kids, guys. There's jewelry. There's all kind of stuff. And this is Rory and Tanya's baby, Cork Spin. So Cross Market. Christmas is around the corner. It is not too early to start marketing for Christmas. Not at all. Okay, showed it. I bought several of those and gave them for Christmas last year. I've got them asking me this year already.
I know, me too.
And I'm going, order your own. Here's the link. But they make great gifts, especially that black sparkly one. It goes with everything, and it's lightweight, but it's still warm.
I've got two myself, and I use that to keep my passport and everything in when I'm at the airport. So you don't have to carry your purse. It's perfect.
Yep. Perfect. That little hiding pocket. And so it's great. And I wish I would have gotten some for the summer, because they have the swim wraps that actually converts to a sling bag. And I was like, darn it, I should have had some. As much as I've traveled this year to different places, because I'm like, man, that's a great conversation piece. But yeah, she has all, and she comes out with stuff for the fall and winter. Last year she had this beautiful plaid one, and I wish I would have got it, but she sold out of it before I could get to it.
I got one in every color. But I did give them as gifts. But yeah, it was hard
that's what I'm saying. And usually if Rory gets her back on, she usually gives us like a 24-hour, 48-hour deal.
Logo, or no, half off.
Buy one, get one half off. So, and it really, you can get a bunch of gifts that way. But just great. Same thing with Cork Spin, guys. Then you have the churros. For those of you that like to make churros, there's a churro maker in there. The Clark's Bomb. They actually have a pet product, guys. So if you don't have enough pet products or pet pages, I know I don't. I got to go in and remake and make a couple. This one actually has one. And I think the American Amp, doesn't it have one too? I think both of these have a pet product in there, a pet bomb that you can use. And then you have your Snicker Squeak. You know, that's the product that they have for pets that have flatulence, very bad flatulence. But it also has a product for the humans too, so that where it kind of dissipates the odor before it's released. So they just gets rid of the air, the odor gets absorbed. So again, these are the great products to use. People will actually buy them whether they want to or not, or don't want to admit to it or not. But we have some great stuff in here, and they constantly are adding. I think there's like 6 or 7 other products that are on the shelf to be added as soon as we can make sure we got the marketing for it. I got one that we got in Hawaii. I got people waiting for me to get the link for it. Waiting for me to get the link. One guy's like, if I have to go to one more therapy treatment because I ran out of your bomb, I'm going to be mad. So, Yeah, so there's plenty of stuff that's coming that will probably, like, most people already don't use CJ anymore. I still use it because I got some really good stuff in there, and it's just a tie over, guys, until you get all of our stuff in Cash Network Direct set up. But there's stuff that we can use and you can market that you don't have to pay for. Utilize it. Get those pages in there. Get to marketing. Utilize what you have. What's Roy said, sell what's on the truck. We got lots of stuff on our truck. Lots of stuff on our truck. If you don't have a Cash Network sign up yet, get with your MSI. Like I said, me and Shar posted ours. If you're in Jen's group, as soon as she gets her computer set up, she'll post it in there. We'll post all 3 of them again. And just make sure that you have the right one. Again, like I said, I got 2 people that signed up under Rory. Don't know how that happened. It could be just where they went in and followed the steps, the triple R steps, and his is there, and they just signed up for there. But anytime it requires a link for you to sign up with anything, guys, make sure you get with your MSI or your instructor to get their link so that you stay within the same group. In case anything ever happens, then you know who you can go to get refreshers on anything.
Oh, we got questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Linda Dixon.
Yes, please. I've been on my Cash App Direct, but today I'm having a message saying unable. I have ad blocker that's blocking me getting on.
So you're going to have to go in and if you got any kind of pop-up blocker put on, you're either going to have to go in and tell them to accept that website, or you're going to have to remove the pop-up blocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a simple fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
And check your firewall. Sometimes your firewall will prevent it because it is an ad site. So check your firewall. You might have to put this under the exceptions on your firewall. But most of the time, if it's giving you a pop-up, then you need to go into your settings and go to your pop-up blockers and either remove it or add this site to your exceptions.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Who's
Hi,
next?
can I? It's Lisa.
Go
Lisa,
ahead.
I have a question for you. I clicked on Char's link for the Cash Direct, and it came up with this whole contact page and email and billing and social security number.
Yes.
And I think that's what they were, the other person, I don't remember who mentioned it, but I think that's what she was asking about. Do we need to fill all that out?
Yes. Yes, I have the direction. Did I not send that to you?
No, all it did was go straight into this form.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the instructions on that, Lisa.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, if you have not signed up with that, you need to fill out that information. And if you're not sure, let me know, because we do have what you need to put when, where, and how. Just make sure you don't put in RRR247 as your name.
No.
Put your name. And when it asks for your email, you don't, or your website address, you don't have to put the HTTPS, just put your digits.com. That's it. You do have to put your social because it is a business. You do get a 1099 for any commissions you earn. So you need to make sure that you have that in there. Again, remember you're registering as a business. Just put your name, because that's how your checks or your money is going to be deposited, under that name. Don't put an LLC. Just put your name, how you want your money to come to you. Plain and simple. Where it says, you know, who, your description, RRR247. That's it. You don't have to put a long drawn out. That way Stacy knows you're a RRR.
Sheila, did you say you put that link out there for us?
Yes, Penny. If you look in the chat right there below, look for one that says Sheila and click on that. Follow that information.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. All right, guys. Like I said, next week, we will not be cooking on Wednesday. So those of you that are having issues with your wine pages, At 8:30 on Wednesday, Rory is going to be constructing a brand new wine page or remodifying his wine page. So he asked us if he could take over our cooking date. Well, he didn't ask. He just said, I need your cooking date. I'll repay you later. So Rory's going to be doing a training session on Wednesday at 8:30 on how to construct or reconstruct our wine pages. So please be on there to watch that. And then Saturday, we have our 11 o'clock training that he's going to be going over. He's probably going to be, I don't know, he's going to create something more than likely. Then we have our 12 o'clock wine training. And then at 1 o'clock, he's going to start the marathon. I don't think he's going to do the V marketing. He might do it for an hour, take a break, and then come back and start the marathon, or he might start it at 11 and go all the way through. I'm not sure, but just be there at 11 o'clock. But he is going to have a marathon on building a PBS from page 1 to page 47, or however many pages he creates.
Do you need to be on it?
Yes.
Well, I mean, the 11 and the 12 and the 1.
You don't have to, you don't have, if you can't be on it the whole time, you don't have to be.
If
you go on and off, that's fine. Because there's going to be 2-hour block I already know I'm going to miss because it's my grandson's 2-year birthday. I'm going to be incognito for 2 hours. But yeah, jump on when you can, jump off when you have to. But he's going to be, like I said, constructing beginning to end. Okay. All right, I think that's going to do it. Like I said, I knew it was going to be long. Let's see what's in the chat. Yeah, pet products.
Covered a lot, Sheila. This was great.
Like I said, I knew there was a lot that we were going to cover. And I just want to make sure that when we come to our study halls here, guys, if you got any questions, this is where you ask. I don't want to just be teaching and not really getting any feedback. Same thing with Char. We don't want to just be talking and not getting feedback. If you have questions or have an issue or are just bogged down with something and can't figure anything out, our study hall is where we want you to be, to let me pull up your website, see what you got going on, what I can fix. We'll fix it right on the spot if it's possible. If it's not possible, then we'll let you know and say, okay, I got to dig into this. I'll get back with you, or let's set up a time. But this is what our study hall's for, is to train you one-on-one, so to speak, in our group setting. So if somebody might be a little leery to talk, and not really verbalize what their issue is, you might have the same issue, but you're willing to let us know, then they can learn from what we're teaching you. I just want us to grow together. Like I said, I want our team to outshine everybody. And because me and Shar have a relationship with Rory and we get to do things that some people can't get to do, we're going to do it.
No question.
Great. So like with the social media, some of the stuff I've been training on, you have to be VIP to get access to it. Well, guess what? I'm teaching you guys things that only VIPs have access to, because you're my group and I have that access to do that. I have that ability.
It's all who you know.
Is the VIP done yet?
No. As soon as it's done, you will get an invite, or he will let you know he'll let us know on the instructor call on Monday.
I have an issue.
Okay.
I don't understand on the leads that we get. They're all supposed to be new leads, but everyone that I try to put in the grapevine comes back and says the email's already registered. So obviously somebody else has already gotten that person and put that in the grapevine.
It's not necessary.
Almost every single one I put in comes back already registered.
And it could not be. Okay, let me tell you how the leads go. And I find this out also on Trello. You're going to find this out in Trello. It could be that it has the same name associated with it. It could have the first name as the same and the last name be totally different. It could start out with a number and it got a totally different name. If it sees 1 or 2 things or 3 or 4 things that are alike, it's going to kick it out as a duplicate. It may not necessarily be a duplicate, but it's going to say that it is because it's got too many similarities. It's just a computer glitch and it will not let you put it in there. But I will get you some new leads. And the leads, when Roy says they're new leads, by law, and I'm just going to explain this to you guys. Let me stop the recording right quick because this is getting legal. Hold up. Stop share. Stop recording.